I'm Morgan from Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a look at the CamelBak ATP20 backpack, which I've been testing for 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, hit subscribe so that we can continue making content that helps you travel smarter. Let's jump in. So, taking a look at the external materials of this bag, this is made from their 100% post-industrial recycled 210D Cordura Recore Nylon 66, which basically just means that most of the materials on this bag were 100% recycled, which is really nice. And as you can see, this is their undyed version. And so it gives this nice like white aesthetic to it. One thing to note though is primarily in areas where it comes into contact with skin, it does tend to have a little bit of yellowing and stains, and CamelBak addresses this on their website. Basically, in some rare instances, over time, the materials are prone to yellowing, so just something to keep in mind. Aside from that, it is pretty rugged and durable. There are a few instances of like other stains from just kind of like living life that I've noticed throughout the bag, but nothing like too serious. And so as for branding, you can see the nice CamelBak logo on the front, and then on these zippers with the Hypalon pull, they have the CBK logo as well. And so overall, the bag is really nice. It feels fairly comfortable. The material is a little loud, I will say. Just interacting with it, you can kind of hear it tends to make a little bit of noise. And then on the front, they have these attachment points for their integrated and deployable compression straps, which I will get into a little bit later. But aside from that, it is pretty straightforward. There's a water bottle pocket on one side, a quick access pocket on the other, and then a sunglasses pocket right here on the top. So with this bag, there are 3 ways to carry it. There is the top grab handle right here. It's not the biggest, but it will do in a pinch, and it's just a basic nylon webbing. As you can kind of see there, it is a little prone to stains as well, so something to keep in mind. On the shoulder straps, there are 4 loops, 2 on each side, which are nice just clipping sunglasses or a carabiner onto. And then below that is the sternum strap, which works really well. It uses a G-hook to fasten, and then it is adjustable with these loops as well. Below that is the adjust system, and it has integrated strap keepers to help keep things nice and tidy. And with this, these work really, really smoothly. They're super easy to use both on and off the bag, probably the smoothest I've ever seen and tested. And then one thing to note with these, according to CamelBak, you can use these with their integratable reservoir system that slides back here, and you can loop the tube through here just to keep everything situated and organized. And then finally, the last way or method of carry is a luggage pass-through, which sits right here and works super well. You just slip this on top of roller luggage and you're good to go. So this is what the backpack looks like on. The shoulder straps aren't curved or anything like that, but like I said, because of their wide construction and the EVA foam inside, they're really, really comfortable. And like I mentioned before as well, these are super easy to adjust as well. Overall, this backpack was like really nice to use and just like adjust on the fly, no problem. And then these strap keepers also keep everything like really nicely organized and neat. So taking a look at some of the pockets on this bag, starting off, there is a sunglass pocket right here, which has a pretty nice depth to it. Inside I fit just my phone and a pair of sunglasses. And inside it's made of like a nice felt material, so provides nice scratch resistance. The pocket itself isn't the most padded, so just keep that in mind. On the side, there is this nice quick access pocket with a nice L-shaped zipper here. And it doesn't open up very wide, but it still works pretty well, especially when you have the backpack on. And inside, there is a key clip hanging from the top. and a metal carabiner, which works really well when holding keys. Because it's a little short, I found myself taking the key off of this completely instead of trying to like sorority squat and get this lower to the door handle. Then below that are, you can see 4 loops, which I have just a standard pen in here, but these also work well for managing cords and stuff like that. And then here is a quick access pocket, which I just have some gum in, and it is mesh, so it has like a nice amount of stretch, and it basically comes like all the way down to the end of the bag. On the other side, their integrated water bottle pocket. Inside, I just have a 20-ounce water bottle. And this is really nice. It zips to kind of keep it so that it stays flush up against the bag when not in use. And inside it has this little gusset to make sure that nothing falls out of it. This is not the most stretchy material, so it should be able to fit up to a 1-liter Nalgene bottle, but if you have like a smaller water bottle, just keep that in mind, it might fall out. This one, I've never had any issues with it falling out, but it is like a little loose. So if you like put this back down and pick it up and have it like off kilter or hanging upside down, smaller water bottle might fall out. And then, like I mentioned before, on the back, if you have one of their reservoir systems, that's where this fits right here. And it's compatible with up to their 3-liter, I believe. So taking a look at the main compartment, this is front loading style and it has dual zippers. So these basically go all the way down, and they are a little stiff, I will say. They're not like the smoothest, especially around the corners. It tends to catch a little bit. But one of the nice things is you can also open this bag all the way up to kind of get like a nice overview of everything inside, basically. And so starting off with this pocket right here, this inside is just a standard pocket. Inside I have like a portable battery bank. And so this is the sunglass pocket from before, but this was really nice and it goes all the way down, which is pretty cool. And so because of the material of this bag as well, or this pocket I should say, you can stick dirty or like wet items in here without them getting or like compromising the rest of the bag, which I thought was pretty cool. And inside I just have a jacket, a pair of headphones, and aside from that, this is basically just like a nice cavern. But it has a little bit more organization on the sides and the back too. So as you can see here, they are just little mesh pockets on both sides, which you can just throw things in for easy access. And then here, they have a removable laptop sleeve, which can fit up to a 15-inch laptop. And so inside, just to go over this really quickly, I have a 13-inch MacBook Pro, and this has a nice felt like plush material as well, which does really well to make sure that nothing gets scratched or anything like that. And this overall is fairly padded. It provides like a nice amount of protection to ensure like nothing gets scratched or bumped or chipped or anything like that. And it also has a nice amount of organization on the pocket or on the sleeve as well. And so right here is a slip pocket, which I have a tablet in, and can also double as like a document sleeve. However, just something to keep in mind, this material is not plush or soft or anything like that. So if you are concerned about items inside getting scratched, I'd recommend using this specific pocket. And then on front is a fairly wide mesh pocket with a nice zipper, and has a little bit more organization as well with 3 loops and another quick access pocket. And I found this works really well just as a mat whenever I like go to a coffee shop and I just want to put this on the table to prevent my laptop or a tablet or anything like that getting dirty. This did a really good job of making sure that everything stayed protected. And it also has like a little handle on the top. Aside from that, this is the laptop compartment that the sleeve fits into. And this is lifted about 1 inch off the ground, off the bottom of the bag. I don't know if you can see that, but it just helps kind of ensure a little bit more protection for everything inside. The material inside of this as well is not the softest either, but I did find that if you remove the laptop sleeve, you can fit a 16-inch laptop. I have a 16-inch MacBook Pro, and that, with a little bit of like configuring, was able to get inside of it, but that certainly wouldn't be like the default that I would choose, just because this is not the most padded. I think this laptop sleeve is where you want to like make sure that everything stays nice and protected with the additional padding, but you can get away with it. And then finally on that is another zippered pocket, which I just have a hard drive in, and this spans the full length or full width and halfway down the backpack, and it has like a nice amount of stretch as well, so you can kind of throw in, to an extent, just about whatever you want in here. And then on the back, it has just like a little overview of all of the materials and how and what they are repurposed or recycled out of, which I thought was pretty cool. So there you have it, the CamelBak ATP 20 backpack. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. I'll see you in the next video.